All right, I'm about to head out on paternity leave soon, and I just wanted to say a few quick words about it. When I signed up to take paternity leave, um, my rationale for doing that was just to help look after the kids, because my wife is going to go back to work while I take time off work, and so there still has to be somebody at home looking after the kids, right? Now one of them is in daycare during the day, but the other one is still way too young for daycare. So yeah, I'll be looking after the kid, and that's kind of my rationale for taking paternity leave. Now, when I submitted the request for it, there's a bunch of paperwork, and they do say that paternity leave can be taken for bonding, and I've always found that kind of interesting. Like, what does bonding mean? Like, what is this term bonding? Um, and I didn't really get it until until fairly recently, when I've kind of watched my kids go through different stages. Not my youngest one; he's still too young to to do anything. He more or less still just lays there. But with my older one, you can definitely see progress. For example, lately, when I pick him up from the daycare, he knows that he needs to pack up in order to go. Like, he doesn't say anything. He doesn't have any words yet, but he like understands that he has to grab his water and milk bottle from the fridge or from wherever, and he'll drop it in his little bag so we can take it and go. He knows that that's the kind of stuff that he needs to do in order to leave daycare. Right? It's really interesting. There are other things like, again, he doesn't have any spoken language, but he understands the meaning of words now. Like right now, if we tell him, "Hey, where's your nose?" He'll point at his nose, and if I say, "Where's your head?" and he'll tap his head. If I ask him where's his ear, he'll reach for his ear. He'll do that for his toes. So yeah, he does that consistently. So it's clear he actually understands words, even if he can't himself say any words. So yeah, that's another interesting thing that's happened. Lately, for meal times, we're giving him a fork and a spoon, and he knows to kind of pick up food with his spoon and feed himself with it. That's cool. It used to be that he would just grab at things with his hands and stuff it in his mouth. He still does that a little bit, but he knows how to use a fork now. He has this sort of sense of independence now. Sometimes when we go walking, he'll insist on just walking on his own without holding our hands. He'll like this type of thing, which is super cute. And he'll just run along by himself. But other times he'll insist to be picked up by myself or my wife, and yeah, it's interesting to see all these developments. And the reason why I'm talking about all this is because, to me, that struck me as bonding. Being able to observe these developments in your child. Because if I didn't have leave, I would just be at work, and I'd have very little opportunity to kind of discover these new abilities and stuff that my kid is going through. So yeah, I think that's what, at least to me, that's what bonding is. Spending time with your kid and then gradually kind of seeing them pick up new things. Like this, it's so silly. The simplest things to us is completely new to them, and seeing them understand how our world works is kind of fun. Other examples include just the way he plays, right? When early on, when he's playing, he's still kind of figuring out the cause and effect, and he doesn't really understand what toys are. He picks up things and he just like bangs them, no matter what it is, whether it's a toy hammer or a plush toy. Like his only way of interacting with toys is to pick it up and bang things, right? And with a hard toy, it makes noise. So he's kind of understanding the cause and effect relationship there of banging something and causing noise. And then if you pick up a plush toy and you bang that, it doesn't produce noise. And so he's understanding, oh, there's some things that you can't make noise. And of course, he prefers the hard toys, right? He's not as enamored with plush toys because he can bang the hard ones and create noise. And everywhere he goes, he has to like tap things. He has to like pat things with his hands, because that's how he interacts with things. Earlier today when I was getting ready, he was in the bathroom with me. He would like clap the toilet seat because like to him, he doesn't know what a toilet is for. So as far as he's concerned, it's a musical instrument, and you're supposed to clap the seat cover to create the noise. Oh yeah, and one of the things that I absolutely love nowadays is picking him up from daycare. Just seeing his sort of excitement with seeing us at the end of the day and then rushing to leave with us. That's kind of fun. And not all of this stuff is exclusive to Pat Leave. You can still see this stuff when you, whether or not you take time off of work. But the truth of the matter is just that my work is so much. Like I work so much that I feel like I need it because even when I am home, oftentimes I'm still working and can't really spend time with my kids. So having an actual break from work allows me to at least spend a little bit of time with them. Not that I'm likely to stop working during my pat leave, but certainly there'll be less clinical work. But anyway, that's it. I'll see you in the next one.